Every day is packed with its own surprises.
You never know which thrill is around the corner.
Feel good. Feel good.
Or how it'll play out.
There's a sense of excitement.
Did our plane just stop?
Another cash out.
That adds a little magic to my everyday.
Feels like a party tonight.
A reminder, this is Kev's Betway Bets, brought to you by Betway. And we're going to go straight into the weekend by reading this beautiful piece of poetry. Strength starts with smart choices. Add AGT Foods, barley and split peas to your diet for essential nutrients that support muscle recovery. Train hard, recover harder. Brought to you by AG2 Foods Africa. Good food, good health, good life. Right, let's start off the weekend. Leicester, Man City. Perhaps the most startling thing about the fall of Man City and how they've gone from big men to straw men is the sheer scale of the drop-off. I mean, it's probably arguably, according to Barney Rane of The Guardian, the most profound internal collapse of any champion team in the modern age. So 8 weeks, 12 games, 9 defeats into Manchester City's descent. When the footballing world has turned upside down, Pep Guardiola apparently has at least identified the problem. He told the BBC, we haven't scored the goals we scored before. We've conceded the goals we didn't concede. Well, genius. I mean, absolutely genius. So he's not talking almost like in a watery, rambling drawl. And it's a voice of a man, according to Barney Rane, again, but in The Guardian, who's been encouraged by paramedics to talk about defensive injuries and midfield duels in order to keep himself awake until the ambulance comes. So there it is then. Score more goals, concede fewer, win rather than lose. That's Pep's raised explanation for a period in which the team that would previously drain the emotional life out of opponents, they have become not just beatable, but almost like a zombie team. You know, they've missed Rodri incredibly. Erling Haaland is off his game, and no matter what he says. So that game, this is what Pep Guardiola was talking about before.
Eight senior players.
And Kevin was not ready for 90 minutes, and maybe should have come in early Kevin or maybe Gundo. But the team was playing quite decent, and always you expect Jeremy make the action and Phil always his creativity, and Bernardo was playing unbelievable.
Yeah, so he's talking about Kevin De Bruyne and Gungo, who both of them aren't perhaps 100% fit, and that's why his midfield getting the walk around. So the odds for that, and don't forget, if you want to follow my bets, I'll give you the betting code at the end of this. Leicester 7.20 to win. The draw is 5.8. I've gone with Man City to win at 1.36. You can go with both teams to score 1.6 for yes or no at 2.3. City at the moment 7th in the league. From their 18 games, they've won 8. Drawn 4 and lost 6. They've scored 30 goals and conceded 26. They've done 28 points. Leicester in a world of hurt. They've lost their last 3 games on the trot. They're 18th. They've lost 10 games of the 18 they've played this season. They have a goal difference of minus 18 and 14 points. City will be hoping for a win. They should be getting a win for that, so back them to win. Next up is Everton against Forest. Sean Dyche, I think, is doing an amazing job at Everton. He's playing to his limitations. And before they played Manchester City, he said he believed that City's dramatic slump has changed the feel around going to the Premier League champions, to the Etihad Stadium. He knew that yesterday was going to be a massive challenge, and he basically trained his guys to play not dirty, but the sports was like play within themselves, have a good defense. Make sure you're the last man standing, if you want to capitalize on beating teams like this, you have to go, well, they've got a big challenge coming up in Forest. Forest are obviously flying. They are 2.65 favourites to win this game, while Everton are actually pretty close at 2.75. The draw is at 3.20. Both teams to score is 1.89, and I've gone with no. Both teams to score, I think there's going to be either a 1-0 or a 0-0 one. That's 1.88. Forest sitting third in the league. They are 34 points, just off the top of Liverpool. They've won their last 4 games in a row. Everton are 15th. They concede more goals than they score. They've conceded 22 and have scored just 15. They're down in 15th with 17 points. Their last 5 games, a loss, a win, a draw, and a draw. So I've gone with both teams not to score 1.8. Next up, Spurs Wolves. I think Big Ange deserves a break. He's in a world of pain, and I don't take any joy in that. I really I would like the guy. I think he's got a good team. He's got 8 or 9 guys out. He believes that they're playing far too much football at the moment. That some of the stuff they're asking these guys to do is quite incredible. So Spurs versus Wolves. 1.58, a Spurs favourite to win. The draw's 5. Wolves are 4.6. Wolves coming off that surprise 2-0 victory over Manchester United, which has seen United drop out of basically the bottom of the league. They're not in any good place. The Ruben Araman is talking about they're now playing for survival. He should be lucky. His former team, the guy they appointed at Sporting Lisbon, they fired the guy after just 6 matches in charge. So if you want to bet it, I'll back to Spurs 1.58. Both teams to score 1.41. No, it's a 2.85. Spurs 11th. They've got a goal difference. They've scored a lot of goals. Scored 39, conceded 26. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games. Wolves are down in 17th. They've moved. They are now on. They are on 15 points. They also lose more than they concede more than they lose. The score there, they've got 29 goals, 40 against. They've won their last 2 games though, but lost 3 before that. The new manager seems to spice them up. Now I've got to go with my heart. I'm looking at the big game of the weekend. And these games are all on Sunday night to give the guys a bit of a break from yesterday. West Ham at home to Liverpool. Both teams to score. Yes, at 1.61. No, it's 2.29. I have gone with my heart. West Ham are outsiders at 6.80. The draw is 5.4. Liverpool are favourites at 1.39. I have gone with that. After they beat Leicester 3-1 last night, Arne Slot was talking about what this means for him and how happy he is with the team at the moment.
It's first of all, it's important to win a game, and I think we should win at home against Leicester, but I had the same feeling against Fulham and Nottingham Forest, so you always have to do a lot, especially in the Premier League, to win a game, and that was also today, because we went 1-0 down. But yeah, the league table is something, of course, we are aware of, but we also understand how many games there are still to play.
Yeah, he's very lucky in the fact that he's got players in form, like Mo Salah. Mo Farah was the middle distance runner, and Mo Farah again scored another goal.
No, great goal. Again, similar to the first one from Cody. I think both goals were quite similar, and I think it was just before we scored the 1-1 that Mo had a similar shot that hit the bar. And just before that, he had a shot with his right that just went over the bar. So, like I said, we arrived there many times. And if these players like Cody, like Lucio, like Diogo, like Darwin, like Mo, if they arrive often enough in promising positions, they will deliver.
Yeah, he's also got Cody Gakpo, who he's managed to turn from a bit part player under Jurgen Klopp last season into a great player. He actually played against him when he was at Feyenoord, and Ruud van Nistelrooy was then a senior manager at PSV. And Ruud would know that this kid can score goals, and he cuts in on the inside. He's got the great sense of space awareness, and he's also got a great shot. Both him and Mo have using the inside channels, coming inside, and yeah. So I've gone with Liverpool to win. But this is what Arne Slot was talking about Cody Gakpo and how he's changed this season.
The main difference maybe is that the setup from the front three was a bit different than the setup now. I think we expect a bit more from our wingers to keep it wide, to try to get them in 1v1 situations. And Cody has done this really well. Lucio has done this really well when he plays from the left. But Lucio is, in our opinion, also capable of playing as a 9. He's done that really well against Spurs. And yeah, like I said, it's. Against Spurs, it was maybe mainly Lucio and Cody that were and Mo that were dominant. Now it was Cody again together with Mo. So it's just nice to have so many options in every position actually, but also in the front three. I think if you're in this game for a long time, like these players are and I am as well, that then 20 games before the end, you you don't look at it the way you know. So many challenges are still ahead of you. I think it was 2 months ago that we were 1 point behind City. And look what has happened there in terms of injuries, and then you have a bit of bad luck, and you had a suspension, and this can happen to any team, so it's far too early to already be celebrating. But it is, of course, nice for us to be the team who we are. So we know we are able to do this. But you've been at all these games like me, and I don't think there was any easy win for us during all these games. It could have been an easy win against Tottenham. But then we conceded 2 and it was 5-3, and I was still like, okay. I was quite happy with us scoring the 6th goal. So that tells you how difficult it is to win if all your players are available, let alone if somewhere during the season you pick up some injuries or suspensions. And that's why we just have to take it one game at a time.
Yeah, taking it one game at a time. Another team is going to take it one game at a time. My last bet is the Betway Premier PSL. Golden Arrows are hosting Polokwane City away, 2.95 at Golden Arrows. Polokwane City at 2.3. Now, they're sitting at 3rd in the log, while Golden Arrows are down in 7th. So I've backed Golden Arrows. So I'm going to go through these bets again for you quickly. Polokwane City to win at 2.5. Manchester City to win. Both teams to score. Everton Forest, no. Spurs to beat Wolves, Liverpool to beat West Ham. 10 Rand will get you a return of 154 Rand or 42 cents. If you want to take my bet and basically you use this betting code, it's going to be up on the YouTube channel and on social media later. X897EC05F. So that's X897EC05F. Join me on Monday and we do Kev's Betway Bets, brought to you by Betway again. And let's see if I finally made some money.
To all our believers,
to the gunners of Kopona,
to our drivers at Stoker's Arms,
to the believers at the Brazen Head,
to Langa,
to Kwamashu,
I'm back.
We hear you.
Now hear us.
Siabonga.
Thank you.
Betway, the official global betting partner of Arsenal.